Let's be real. You can take all of the action in the world, but if your state of mind is not aligned with your end goal, with your end results, meaning your beliefs, your identity, your thoughts, the energy that you're in, if they're not aligned with that, then the action that you take will not lead you there. And you will end up getting the same results over and over, feeling really frustrated, asking yourself, why is it working for these people online, but it's not working for me? And it's because you're operating in the energy whose trajectory, right, your beliefs, your identity, your thoughts are going in this direction when you want to be going in that direction. And you can do all of the mindset work in the world, but if you are not operating fully as and taking the action as that new you, you will not bridge the gap to that new timeline that you want to step into. So how do you fix that? Today, we're going to be getting into defining what direction you're actually going in, how to align your state of mind with your goals so that the action steps you take actually get you the results you're looking for, how to carve your own path and stop listening to the advice of others, and lastly, but definitely not least, how to plan to take that aligned action so that you can fully close that gap and step into the timeline where you are experiencing the bliss, the purpose, the freedom, the love. Chapters to this video will be linked below, and make sure you stay until the end to hear it all. What's up? My name is Sabrina, and welcome back to the channel. Here in the Better You space, we teach creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs how to train their brains to turn their daydreams into their real daily lives. If you're loving these videos, please hit that thumbs up button. It helps to grow the channel. Subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new one, so that you can constantly be in the energy of all things personal development, quantum leaping, and more. If you want to take this a step further and implement what we're talking about today, you can grab Better You's new identity map where you can map out the traits, the energy, the habits, and specific details of your new and old self, so you have that clear dictation of who exactly you are showing up as, and sometimes more importantly, who exactly you are not showing up as on a daily basis. It walks you through the steps on how to begin to rewire your brain to be this new person, and the steps to effectively begin to operate in this new way so that not only you begin to physically create these new results for yourself in the 3D, but also transforming your awareness, your perception, what your focus is on, so that the atoms around you collapse into different physical forms, allowing you to manifest your desires before your very eyes. It feels like magic, but it's actually science. The link for that is in my bio, and let's get into the video. Step number 1 is you have to define what you want. Get clarity on where you want to go. Because sometimes you can have so many goals, or your goals, your dream life, it can feel so far off from where you're actually at, where you're like, where do I even start? Okay, start here. You want to operate from your big vision because quantum leaps are real. The more you can begin to practice tapping into the energy of the end result, the faster you will get there. So what is it ultimately that you want? And you don't need to know the details of the details. You can. That's great for some people. Other people are actually really great at manifesting more ambiguously and focusing more on the feeling of what they want rather than the physical, tangible things. Either way, get clear. Your dreamiest dream of a life, because anything is fucking possible here. Okay, we're gonna dream big because why not? What is the lifestyle that you want to live? How many hours a day do you want to work? Where do you want to work? What do you want to do for a living? Who do you want as your friends? Who do you want as a partner? What are all the details? How do you want to be in your ultimate dream life? What is your physical health like? What do you eat? How do you spend your days? What are your hobbies? If you are not clear on these things, then you're just kind of going about your day aimlessly, most likely repeating old patterns that are just going to keep getting you mundane results. And we don't want that for you. You don't want that for you. Nobody wants that for you. So let's get clear on where you want to go and how you want to show up. Take the time, literally pause this video, take the time and write down in your journal the details of the different areas of your life. You could write the details of just one area of your life that you really want to focus on right now. Or you can get detailed on the feelings, the energy that you want to experience. Either way, you have to create clarity on the direction that you're going in. So take the time, pause this video, write it out, and know that you can always change and morph and mold the end result. It's not set in stone. You are the director of your life. And so if you end up like 6 months from now being like, actually, like I changed my mind. I don't want this. I want something else. You have all the power to change it. Know that we are getting clarity on what you want right now to begin that movement forward. And then from that big vision, let's break it down. What is believable to you to accomplish in the next, let's just say, month or 3 months or week? Everyone's different. Everyone sets goals differently. And you'll notice as you go on to listen to this video is there is no like one right way to do things. And so set a time frame for what your next like milestone is. I suggest making it like a shorter term goal of if your dream lifestyle is to be like a dancer on Broadway, dancing in the Nutcracker, your goals for the next month would be something along the lines of going to dance classes, practicing your dance, figuring out what your next steps to be to audition, to know the right people in order to get to the audition and apply for that role. I don't know exactly like the steps to that, but get clear on more of like a micro goal and a milestone that will move that needle forward, move you in that direction while having clarity on the energy that you need to embody, that you want to embody, right? What is the energy? How do you want to wake up feeling? You want to wake up feeling free, feeling confident, feeling excited, feeling grateful, right? Getting clarity on the energy. And you want to make the milestone that you choose for yourself stretchy, but believable. So you don't want to make it like, okay, I'm going to make, if right now you're making like $5,000 a month and you want to make $100,000 a month, most likely you don't want to make that like milestone of the 1 month goal to jump from $5,000 to $100,000 because is that actually believable to you? Is that possible? 100%. Quantum leaps are a thing. But is that believable to you? Will you be able to make and hold the energetic shifts, the internal shifts, and integrate all of that into embodying and acting as and taking the aligned action within that time frame? You can compare to what you have accomplished in the past to get a little stretchier to what you've done before to build your confidence and momentum and creating this momentum forward, creating this change. Because a lot of people have these limiting beliefs of like subconsciously, right in the back of their minds, their brain is telling them, oh, you're not capable of that. You haven't done this before, so why can you do it now? It just starts like rattling off some shit. And you are going to be facing with that little voice, sometimes big and annoying nagging voice in the back of your mind. So you want to work with your belief system, but also stretch yourself and having that clarity on the energy that you want to be in. So how do you want to feel every day? Do you want to wake up feeling confident, feeling grateful, feeling free, just having this sense of like relaxation, like I don't have to suffer, I don't have to stress, get clarity. Having that clarity on the energy that you're going to embody is going to be massively helpful because now, right, you're working on these smaller milestones, but you're embodying that end result energy, baby. You are embodying that end result energy and you're practicing that. Okay. That's why we want clarity on that. Because if you're waking up and you're going towards this milestone, but you're still practicing the energies of waking up and you're feeling anxious and you're thinking about all the things you have to do in your day and you're stressing about your boyfriend and you're stressing about your dog, it's like, chill, sister, chill, or brother. You've got to get your energy right, which leads me into step number 2. After getting clarity on where you want to go, the energy you need to be in of that end result, you need to align your state of mind with your goals. And this is something that so many people miss out on and why so many people are not getting what they want out of life. And I want to share a quote. I honestly have no idea where it came from. It was in my notes that I wrote down from somewhere, but it says, a change in results comes from a change in action that only comes from a change in mindset. The root cause of what you create in your life, of what you experience in your life, whether you get the high-paying, low-paying job, the great relationship, the shitty relationships, the great relationship, the toxic relationships, it all stems from your state of mind. That is the root. Your state of mind, right? Your consciousness, that is the projector. And everything that you experience in your external reality is the projection screen. It is the seed to what grows in your garden. And your state of mind is really made up of your identity, how you view yourself, the labels that you attach to yourself. I'm an anxious person. I'm a lazy person. I'm a confident person. I'm a social person, right? What do you call yourself? How do you speak to yourself? How do you talk about yourself to others? Your belief systems, which are you can often find what belief systems you have by just listening to your own language. What do you tell yourself is hard? What do you tell yourself is easy? What do you automatically believe to be true about your relationships, your business, money, your parents? What are the automatic beliefs that come up? The automatic story, the narrative that tends to come up? Know that it can be changed. Nothing is set in stone. Your thoughts, which are going to be very, very helpful for you to continue to become aware of what are the thoughts that are going on in my head on a daily basis. And your emotions. Thoughts and emotions really tie hand in hand. What are the emotions that I'm feeling when I wake up, when I go do this thing, when I think about that person? What are the emotions that I'm feeling? And you want to align your state of mind to that end result, meaning when you go to take action on your goal. Well, a lot of what is programmed into your current state of mind came from programmings that were embedded into your subconscious from your past that were completely out of your control. And it is not your fault that you may have limiting beliefs that are stopping you, that you may have negative narratives that are holding you back, but it is your responsibility to know what's going on in here and in here, and to change that, align that, rewire that to align with what you want. Because nobody had the perfect childhood and nobody had the perfect upbringing. But we do have the resources, the knowledge, the teachings today to be able to completely transform yourself from the inside out. And what a lot of people experience is they have the goal. They know they want to be the nutcracker dancer. Okay. They know they want to be a farmer. They know they want to be a business owner. That's what they have the heart calling for. That's what brings them enjoyment. But when they go to take action towards that, a lot of times they find themselves like beating around the bush, not taking the actions that they know would actually move the needle forward. They might find themselves like putting certain things on the back burner and procrastinating on the things they know they need to do. And this is simply because your mind and body loves to operate in like automated functions, right? 90 to 95% of your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, actions that you take on a daily basis is stemmed from your subconscious mind, which are all, I want you to imagine like gears inside of your mind and body that love to take repetitive actions because it's what takes the least amount of energy in order for your body to like conserve energy. This is a survival mechanism. This is how like the human mind and body operate. And so moving into a new goal, into a new direction is going to require you to shift those gears. So you're going to feel that resistance, okay? And it's normal, it's human, there's nothing wrong with you. Just because you might procrastinate on some of your goals does not mean that you're not going to get there. But let's align your state of mind with the end result so that taking the action is so much easier. And I have to say, this is what the new identity map is all about. It's getting nitty gritty on all of those things with your new self and with your old self so that you can see in front of your eyes, okay, this is how I'm showing up as, and this is who I'm not showing up as. And you can consciously, as you get up in the morning saying, okay, I'm going to think these thoughts. I'm going to take these actions. I'm going to get in this energy. I'm going to start intentionally practicing these emotions, this energy. I'm going to affirm my new belief systems to begin to mold my subconscious. Your subconscious can mold like clay. So we can mold the subconscious. We can change the properties of your state of mind by putting specific practices into your daily routine that train your brain for you. Okay, you are what you practice. You are what you watch, what you consume, what you listen to. You are who you surround yourself with, what you read. So doing very basic things can be so transformative, such as taking this list of the new thoughts, the new identity, the new beliefs that align with your end goal and reading over them every morning and saying, okay, I'm going to practice this today. In the afternoon, have your own self-talk rampage, go on your phone, create a voice note, hit record, and for 10 minutes, just pop off and talk about your life as if you were living in that reality. Build up the emotion, amp up the energy that's going into it. Because the more emotion that you feel, the more potent that you are rewiring those neural pathways, right? The more deep the neural pathways are going to be wired in. Do a visualization practice. There's countless methods to rewire your brain, many of which are included in the Better Your Mind membership. If you want to check out the membership, it has daily brain trainings for you to do this kind of work. It has the new identity map actually included. And it comes with a tight-knit community that you can collab and connect with, build relationships and friends with. I'll leave the link for that below. And if you want to have a resource to check out different ways to train your brain, you can listen to my YouTube video here that goes into the different tools that you can use to do this. But step number 2, intention and energy behind where your thoughts are going, right? This is your driving force. Your state of mind is your driving force. It's you taking action is putting the gas, right, to the pedal to the metal, whatever that term is. But then the direction you're actually going in is where your state of mind is at. So you can take all the action and be going in some direction, but it's not going to be where you want because your belief systems are saying that it's going to be hard for you, that you're not deserving, that the right business or career path doesn't exist for you. Your thoughts could be full of complaining and bitching and not wanting to do anything. Your emotions can be full of anxiety, and it's going to be driving you towards a totally different path. So put practices into your daily routine to align your state of mind with your end goal, with your end result. And we're going to focus on chasing the feeling here. Focus on chasing the state rather than chasing the end result. Because the reason you want that end result anyway is because of the way that it makes you feel. And the more you can create that state internally, you become so detached to the external result where you're kind of like, I don't even care if it happens anymore. Like, I feel so fucking amazing. And that's exactly when it comes in. And it's that detached state, that's that prime energy state to be in, to allow. Rather, most people get so caught up and create all of this resistance around the manifestation process, around the natural attraction process, because they're so hung up on the end result. If that person calls them back for the interview, if the numbers on their views are going up, and they keep checking for the end result, and they're creating this anxiety and this resistance. So after, clarifying the end result, kind of say like, okay, fuck the end result. I'm going to take the steps forward that I need to, but I'm going to focus and chase the feeling, the state. If you want to hear more on that topic, I have a separate video on that as well. And you will see that as you begin to align your state of mind with this new energy, you will get new ideas, right? Because your energetic frequency is changing. The frequency, the speed of which the atoms inside of your the frequency, the speed in which the atoms in your electromagnetic field are vibrating at, your energetic frequency is changing, and frequency is information. And so you are energetically getting access to new information. And the way that I like to describe this as is when you change your state of mind to align to your goals, your thought processes, the ideas that you have access to, the opportunities that you have access to, right? When you change your state of mind, you're changing what your awareness is on. Your reticular activating system inside of your brain is now picking up on new information. Okay, explained in the quantum and on the neuroscience level. The metaphor I like to give is like, imagine the Harry Potter staircases and how they move to different hallways. That's what's happening inside of your brain, inside of your neurology, inside of your energy field, of being able to access new ideas, new information, new opportunities that will reach you there, that you did not have access to before because your state of mind was directed towards lack, to things that you've experienced in the past, to hurts and pains that have happened to you before, and there just wasn't that connection. So these new ideas, these new opportunities, they're going to be very important to you, which leads me into step number 3 of carving your own path. Your path is not like anyone else's. The person who built their business to 10 million a year, the person who is the most successful nutcracker dancer, the person who has created their dreamiest dream of a life, the way in which they got there, it's going to be different in the way in which you reach your dreamiest of a dream of a life. God has a specific plan for you. The universe has a specific plan for you. And the way in which you follow that plan is following your heart's desires, is following those intuitive nudges that are given to you. The other person who got their nutcracker dancer job might tell you, get in touch with this person, follow this audition, dance or practice these types of dances for X amount of time, and then you'll get in. But for you, maybe a part of the specific dance requires additional stretching, and you need to put more emphasis on stretching than dancing. This is just a very random example, but maybe your path to reach that kind of place is to focus more on stretching and mobility rather than the physical dance moves. Maybe for one business owner, they say, you have to do all of this cold outreach. You have to hop on all of these different phone calls with people you barely know and like post on all of the social medias a million times a day, right? That was their path to get there. But for you and your business, you might feel called to be more in person. You might feel called to connect with communities that are around your city, to go to in-person events, to hold in-person events. And maybe that's the way that you get to your 10 million a year business. There's a different path for everyone, and do not underestimate the messages that you get, the hunches that you get. This is the way in which God will guide you, right? That you will be guided, that your higher self will guide you, whatever resonates with you most, God, universe, higher self. And you're really going to be stepping into the unknown here, right? You're going to be making new decisions that you never made before. You're going to be going and carving a new path that's never been paved before. You're not going to be shown the exact steps of how you're going to get there. When you're creating from the quantum, when you're creating from your heart's true soul desires, you will not be shown every step of the way. And that's the beauty of it. And that's also what a lot of people may struggle with, because they feel this sense of like, I need to control, right? I need this grip of life. I need to know exactly what I'm going to be doing, exactly how I'm going to get there in order for me to be able to feel safe, to trust that this is the right direction I'm going in. But that's not how life works, baby. That's not how life works. When you're creating from the quantum, that's the safe route. That's the limited route. That's the route that's often comes with a lot of scarcity. It comes with a lot of boxing yourself in. It comes with a lot of, like, this life is okay, but like, I know I could go so much bigger. And that bigger life comes with carving your own path, following your intuition, and stepping into the unknown. And so what I'll say for this is take what resonates from people and leave what doesn't. I listen to so many different, I'm a business owner, obviously, mindset coach. And I picked my own like few business owners and business coaches whose belief systems align with the type of life that I'm wanting to create. And I listen to all of their advice, but I don't take all of their advice. I don't do every single thing that they suggest, because some things simply don't vibe with me. Some things simply don't resonate with me. And that's because I have my unique energy, my unique frequency, and my own path that I'm carving for myself. And some things that they want that they created, it's not what I want. It's not what I want to create. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that you disrespect them. It doesn't mean that you go to their face and saying, I'm not listening to you. You just take what resonates and you leave what doesn't. And I want to follow that with saying, please, for the love of God, do not take advice from people who have not accomplished what you want, right? Your mom, your parents, your partner, your friends, people who genuinely may want to support you, might give you like this feedback on what you should be doing and where you should go, but think of where their state of mind is. Okay, it's obviously not aligned with your exact end goal because they're not living that life. And so the thought streams, the ideas, the things that they have access to, it's not aligned with you. And honestly, sometimes you may not even want to talk to the people around you about your goals, especially while they're still in like the seed phase, the precious phase where it's still an idea and you haven't yet to bring much into fruition yet. You may not even want to talk to the people around you about your goals because they may not, but they may, naturally have their input, project their own limiting beliefs, and may shift your state of mind into a place where you don't want it to go. If you want to learn more on how to follow your intuition, I have a different video here that talks about that. I'm giving you guys all of the resources today, and this is going to be so experiential. So have fun with this, okay? I know it's scary. I know it's so easy to double guess yourself when you're carving your own path, but the biggest thing about taking the action and moving forward is trusting that the action you take is the quote unquote right action. You can take a wrong action step, but if you are in the energy of trusting that this is actually the right decision for you, the timelines will shift into making that a part of your path to your end goal, and that decision will play out in your favor. But when you take an piece of action and you're double guessing yourself and you're thinking, oh, did I make the wrong decision? I don't know, maybe I should go back. And you're like teetering in this place of uncertainty, of not having faith, of not believing in yourself, of not trusting. What are the results that are going to show up as from that? The energy in which you take action from is the energy of the results that you're going to get. And I'll say that again, because I feel like some of you may need to hear that again. The energy in which you take actions from is the energy of the results you're going to get. So you want to take action no matter what action it is. Even if in your head, you're like questioning, I don't know if I should do this. Practice that energy of certainty and trust of like, you know what? My brain is unsure, but I'm going to have this energy and emotion of trusting that it's going to work out for me, that this is what I'm meant to do. And it will play out in that way. Even if right away, things may not play out, you hold that trust and it will come together. And step number 4 is to practically take that aligned action. Again, just like I said in the very beginning of this video, you can do all of the mindset work in the world. You can change your state of mind to be aligned with your goals. But if you don't follow through with the mother action and you don't actually in your day act as that person who takes the bold action towards your goals, you're not going to close that gap. So put it in your planner, put it in your calendar, map out like tangibly from that goal that you set, right? The stretchy but believable goal that you set, the smaller milestone. Break down the practical action steps that you need to take and put them tangibly in your calendar, in your planner. Your subconscious mind loves like specificities and loves like when you tell yourself, yes, I'm going to call that agent next week. If there's not a tangible, specific time and date and exactly, I'm going to do it Tuesday after I eat lunch at 2:30 p.m., it's going to be so easy for your brain to be like, oh, sometime next week. Oh, sometime next week. And as your days go on, oh, sometime this week. And it's the end of the week and you're like, oh, I haven't called the agent yet. So it's really powerful to take these goals and to like tangibly break them down. What exact time, what exact date, and then stick to it. Really practice being a woman or man of your word. And this is something that I am working on every single day, right? Do not make goals that are so facetious. Is that the right word I'm looking for? That are so different than what you're used to taking, because that's a lot of gears to shift, right? And it can be very easy to get burnt out and fall off when you're making such a drastic shift. So again, when you're making it stretchy but believable, you want to make the tangible action steps that you're taking to be, and this is the only time that you'll hear me use the term realistic, but to make these action steps like realistic to your schedule. How much can you physically, tangibly accomplish in a day? And if you want more on like practical planning and the action steps for practical and also mindset shifts for that, I do have a video more on that here. Make sure that when you are taking the action that it is truly aligned with that end result, with where you intuitively feel called to go, the action steps that you intuitively or have that feeling that you should take, rather than doing the things that other people told you you should be doing. For example, so many business coaches told me that I needed to post on Instagram. Some people told me that I needed to post multiple times a day. And to me, that was very exhausting. It wasn't what I felt called to do, but I kept doing it because it's what I felt like I should be doing. When finally one day I had a business consultation with another girl and she gave me that permission slip to be like, if you don't feel called to post on Instagram, why are you posting on Instagram? All of that energy, when you are doing what is not in alignment with your end result, that is not in alignment with what you feel called to do and your energy, you're going to have so much resistance. It's going to take so much more energy to take those actions versus when you're doing what's aligned with you. A lot of times there is natural energy that comes from it. And it feels so much more like flow rather than like push and force. And that's what we're aiming for, is more flow, which again comes more as you begin to successfully train your state of mind in this way. More and more flow will come. It's okay if at first you have a lot of resistance, right? You're turning the gears and you're like, like my body is telling me I don't want to do this. That's natural to experience. You've got to get those gears turning to get them into place, but make sure the actions that you're taking, use your own discernment, that they are actually aligned with you. I noticed when I was affirming that I'm booked out with the most amazing clients, I have an automated system that works in my business, right? I'm affirming these like very specific things for my business, for the impact that I'm making, for my income. And new ideas would come that felt so good to me. They felt so exciting to me. They literally lit me up. And that is such a good sign, green flag, to move in that direction. And I did, and I ended up creating a whole new automated system that I've never heard any business coach ever use before. And it works so well for me because it's aligned with my specific energetic frequency. If I would have tried to force myself to follow the exact business strategies that the other business coaches were telling me to do, I would feel burnt out. I will feel drained. I would not want to show up to like sit down at my laptop because it just was not aligned with me. And that's okay. And it's all a learning process. So you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to take a lot of action where you're going to be like, like I spent time and energy on this and it's not exactly what I want. That's okay. Keep moving forward, keep taking the steps forward, keep training your brain to align with your goals, and life only gets better and better and better from there. I promise you. If you made it to this point in the video, I'd love to know who my OGs are. Leave a lightning bolt emoji in the comment section below so I know who made it to this point. Again, if you want to take this farther, get the new identity map so that you can begin to align your state of mind with your goals and show up as this new you every single day. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up to help out the channel, subscribe, and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new one. I'd love to hear what was helpful for you and what you'd like to see more of. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one.